In my last video, I introduced my new sketchbook, which I'll just take this off and show you. I started out by just swatching some colors that I have, just to fill that page with kind of color inspiration. But today I want to go to this page and I'm going to do some abstract watercolor. I haven't really done a lot of abstract, but I'm intrigued. But first I need water. To begin with, I'm going to use a big brush. This is called a Hughes. It's a 1.5-inch brush and I've had it for absolute years. And the reason I want to use it is because I want to just wet my page so that I can add some wet and wet. Wet and wet just means putting wet paint on a wet surface. I'm going to not go out to the very edge because that's not really what I want to do. This isn't going to necessarily have very edges. And you have to kind of work fast because it sometimes will start to dry on you quickly. This paper I'm not all that familiar with. Now, it isn't as thick as I normally use. I thought I would just give it a try. So I can see already that it has dried in places. And I'm going to just ignore that and work around it. This color is a pearlescent color, and they're just so pretty. I thought I would use some of these, or at least one, and get some shine in here. Now, where is, let me see, I'm going to use this color. I want to bring in some fairly bright colors. But like I said, it's already got dry patches, so that's totally fine. And my purpose for this is just to kind of experiment with color and with movement and see where it goes. Now, this series of paints is the CRICUT Retro Tambo, something like that. Anyway, so what I'm getting now is really just color. Don't want that color. And because these don't have names on them, and a lot of them just look black, I'm going, okay, oh, that's beautiful. Okay. I do have the color swatches for this, and I can refer back to them because they're all in order. So this one is indigo. Oops, not that color. I want indigo. To just bring in some different colors. So totally wet in wet, no plan. We'll see where it goes. And I am going to dry this now. I love how this is bleeding. But I'm going to dry it. And what's going to happen is this, you can see it already here where the wet is pushing into the drier part and making watermarks, which I think are beautiful. And when I put this dryer on, it's going to blow some of this in a different direction, which is just fine. There, that is dry now. So I'm going to now use a little bit bigger brush, which is this one. It's a size 12. This also is an old brush. You can tell by how kind of shaggy it is. And I want to take, I want to get some other colors in here. I'm going to have to refer, the turquoise green is this one. So let's just see. Get some good water in there. These little pans actually come out of here. So if I wanted to, I can just pull it out like this. And I'm just going to make some squiggly marks. Because this is abstract, that's the idea. you can really put anything you want. I don't want it to really resemble anything. And I like how the gold is kind of coming through there. All right, let's pop that one back in here. Wash out my brush. This is one of my favorites, so I'm going to use some of it. And I'm going to let it kind of run together here. Now, one thing that's happening here, this looks cool. I mean, look at that. It's got a life of its own. It's making its own little tree or river delta. But this one is more opaque than that one. All right, let's see what else. What other color can I add in here? I want something that's quite transparent. I think this one is Rose Madder. Let's just test it and make sure. Wow, that's gorgeous. Okay. Then there's Rose Madder Deep next to it. I like that one better. That one is better for my purposes. Whoops, didn't want that to happen. Now, do I like it over the blue? Not so much. I like that. Let's leave that. And more of this gold. And I feel like I need something kind of across here. How about this yellow-green? Yeah, that one's better. All right, let me see. I didn't mean to go over those red dots, but there you have it. My purpose here is just to basically experiment with some color. Notice how over the light it's so much brighter. I'm going to just take some of that water and put it in to lighten this up. Get another color bloom there. Look at that. All it took was, it's like a millimeter. Look what happened here. The red just took over. So did you see what happened with these really wet spots when I blew air on them? They ran, and they just, I think this absolutely looks gorgeous. Now, I think what I want to do is put a little bit more color in here. And so I'm going to use this brush and get some of this. Oh, I think I'll go with Opera. This is one of my favorite colors. I love this Opera Rose. And add a little bit more down here. And there. And it is quite transparent, so if I put it over something dark, which I did here, it's not going to show up that much. But that works. I like it. I also want to put this because it went over blue, was kind of became a dull purple. Let's just compare these. I like this one better. It is Quinacridone Rose. So just going back into here and darkening that up, and then I'm going to want some more of it over in here just so that it's not like heavy over that way. So let's put a little bit here. I don't think I need it anywhere else. I think that'll work. Don't really want to put like splotches all over the place evenly. I want them to just blend. But I do like, that's my indigo. I love the gold, so I want to put some a little bit closer there. And also maybe just darken up some of these patches here. I'm leaving this some light spots on purpose. because I want to, I'm going to write in this briefly. And this one too. I want actually a little bit of gold. I'm going to put a little bit of gold into this green. Let's see what happens. So far, so good. Let that run together. And then I'm going to dry this quickly so we can move on. Okay, you could probably see that I went in with a Q-tip and sucked up some of this water, absorbed that so that it would take less time to dry, but also because it would give me these beautiful watermarks. I love how paint it'll go out to the edge and make a line. And this intense piece here, it's just beautiful. It's beautiful. I love it. Now, I wanted to just do a couple of more things, and one is, I keep picking up that Sharpie pen, which I don't want. Let's see, which one of these? This is a Micron 01 and an 003, which is really fine. I think that's too fine. And 01. It might be a little bit fine. Let's see. I have some others in here. What's this 01 look like? Is it the same? Different brand? No, it's the same. I know I put a bunch in here this morning, so it must be somewhere. Here's an 02. That's more like it. Okay, let's go with 02. Now, I want to do some things that I actually don't know what I want to do. I want to write some words. So, am I completely dry here? Yes, I am. I have white and I have black, and I just need to decide where I want to write. I left this and I left this, but I don't really want something directly across the center. I could write something here, or here, or here, and I'm going to move my paint, and I'm going to write. This is just my own handwriting. Yeah, I like that. It just kind of fills in that space. And then I'm going to use pink, and I'm going to put a few little dots in here. I would actually like to have a slightly deeper color, just a little bit of detail. Here's a white, or yeah, it's white. Okay, that's enough. I don't want it to be too fussy. That bothers me that it's not straight, so that's why I put the line underneath. In fact, I think I'll just add a little something under here so that it's not quite so obvious. So I recommend that you just, in your sketchbook, just get out your paints, splotch things on, see what happens, try different colors, try different thicknesses, try different values. That's how much or how little water there is in the paint. The more water, the lighter the value, the less water, you get this. Below you'll find a link for my newsletter. If you click on it, you can go join my mailing list. I give notice of my new videos, all kinds of creative things to just boost your creativity and have fun. And I'll see you next time.